My beautiful people, my beautiful people, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another lovely episode of the Logic of Emotions podcast / reactions. It's your dog, it's your brother, man. It's your favorite African-American, Melly, baby. I just woke up and everything, man. And the first thing I have to talk about, man, is what we spoke about yesterday. We talked about the Kendrick Perkins being a puppet dilemma, how the social media has done nothing more to just spread absolute shock value, nothing of knowledge, nothing of actual good source off of ESPN, even YouTube at times, and other platforms. And there's another person by the name of Mad Dog. Now, I don't know exactly what his profession is except for basketball, because clearly basketball is not his major profession. He obviously has some history with something else. So let me know in the comments down below what it is exactly. But he is known for his very bad takes, just like Kendrick Perkins in his basketball spectrum. And at one point, this man said, and I repeat to you guys, Stephen Curry lives at the free throw line. Stephen Curry lives at the free throw line. But hey, man, check this out. We're going to talk about it and everything, man. We're going to have a lot of fun with this, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Banks family. Join the Banks community, man. Let's get to it, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy, Low.
Clip as well. I think this might be the nastiest one.
Steph Curry is my.
Yo, bro, they be hitting me in the cheeks with these.
Drive, which is wild because up until very.
Don't care.
My answer. Steph Curry is my answer.
Okay.
Because I just think that.
Look at them Warriors, by the way.
Curry, and I'll let JJ after me. The problem with Steph Curry is.
Here's this guy.
I think sometimes people have tried to beat him, and it's hurt the league. Last year.
I agree.
It was the worst Game 7 I have ever seen. And I've been watching basketball at that level for a while.
Which
Cap.
Game 7?
Milwaukee
Cap.
and the Celtics.
Cap.
Milwaukee was 3 for
I guarantee you there's a lot Low's going to explain.
34 from 3.
I understand what he's saying. Did Curry ruin the league? Yes, you can
To a
say
degree,
that,
yes.
People would
To a
also
degree.
say like that Jordan ruined the league and Shaq ruined the league. When you're such
Absolutely.
a dominant figure, teams are going to
Try to emulate
teams
you.
are going to duplicate what you're doing. The success that you had, they're going to try to duplicate that.
Look at the Kings. Look at the Kings. But the Kings are phenomenal. I love what the Kings are doing, by the way. Don't ever take that away. Like the beam, love what the Kings are doing, by the way. Love De'Aaron Fox. Love Herter. Love Sabonis. Love all those brothers on there. Love Monk. Love all those brothers, man. So I'm happy to see that. But have we not seen many teams trying to emulate, like the Hawks, for another example? Just other teams trying to emulate Steph. The Knicks, low key. Very, very low key. There's teams that have tried or have failed. It's not that easy, bro. And the Kings, they're doing a good job at emulating it, but it's not that easy at the same time. I am excited to see how the Kings are going to be in the future, but so far, they're doing their best so far in low-key copying the place, especially having Mike Brown, too. That's a perfect person. Oh, my God, that's perfect. Which I also miss him, too. Come back.
And also, last year's Game 7 was bad. The worst that you've ever seen is probably hyperbolic. He's
stretching.
He's watched. I think he's being a bit, again, hyperbolic.
He's being
because that Game 7 against the Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors.
That was the worst.
Couldn't buy a 3. That was pretty bad. In my
One of the
opinion,
worst, excuse me.
The worst Game 7 I've ever seen. The Houston Rockets versus the Dallas Mavericks. I believe that was 05 or 06.
See, I don't remember that.
Tracy McGrady and the rest of the Houston Rockets just didn't show up, and they got blown out by like 40 points or something like that.
Don't remember that, so I can't say.
It was a bad Game 7, bad Game 7. But I understand what he's trying to say. A bit, hyperbolic, but I understand what he's trying to say.
So
I
as
agree,
a result
too.
of that, with the accent of just shooting threes, you can make an argument.
But the thing is about him and Perkins, they're very notorious for trying to. I hope y'all understand this. To the viewers out there, these people think you're all really stupid. I hope y'all know that. I hope y'all know these people think that you will not look up this information and fact check for yourselves. And they think that you guys will take what they say as law and just listen to them and just believe them immediately. So they say these stupid things because they think that a lot of you are stupid. So understand, fact check, fact check, fact checked. You understand what I'm saying? People like this will take any kind of ways to diminish players just to prove a point. That's it. But in this case, like him and Perkins, they are habitual liars.
That the game is not as balanced and as fun because that's all people do is shoot threes.
Again, to be fair,
Cap.
the influence of Curry has definitely swung the pendulum heavily into three-point shooting. Again, I agree that it's become a bit excessive.
It has.
And so if you want to argue that Curry has ruined the game, hey, Hey.
Mm-hmm.
However,
I could. Mm-hmm.
However, bro, the game of basketball has never been balanced.
Ever.
It's never been balanced. It's never been a balanced game. Maybe outside of the 2000s when they changed the rules, but it's never been balanced. It's always been heavily interior and post play. That's how the game of basketball has been played for an overwhelming majority of its existence. So much so that the game was so poorly. It was such a bad visual experience that the NBA created a committee to change the rules so they can open the game up way better. Because
wasn't hand checking implemented for Michael Jordan? Didn't they get rid of hand checking for Michael Jordan? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I'm not really too sure. I'm just speaking on fragments of memories right now. But that's the case, then how come he doesn't? Again, it kind of infuriates me when people bring up things like this with no, not saying low, but like people like Mad Dog or Perkins or Skin Bag Bayless. You know, they always talk about these things with little to no context, no reasoning as to why these things are happening. Like they'll give like a little quick subtle context that will support their argument, and that's kind of it, really. Not really the full context to really give a good description of their conversation, their talking points, their topics, and everything, you know? And if you're going to say that, you know, just like Lo just said, didn't Shaq ruin the league? Didn't they implement rules to make it balanced in a way for Shaq's dominance, for Michael Jordan's dominance? So why are we sitting here making it seem like Stephen Curry is the only person that has ever ruined the game of basketball, per se? Now, again, to a degree, I can definitely say that it's gotten to the point that we have people that literally have not done any of the reps of shooting, none of them, trying to shoot 30-footers. They have never practiced 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shots a day or even a week to even try these shots. But Stephen Curry has lit a fire under the average-looking human being to basically say, I don't have the athleticism of Michael Jordan. I don't have the size and the dominance of Shaq. But what I do have is the willpower and the due diligence to try and become a great shooter. That has given a confidence booster to people that have never had that before in the game of basketball. And I think that has to be said as well, too, because you might sit there and say that Stephen Curry might have ruined the league, but I could also say he has also bred and planted the seed to many individuals to have this confidence to make the league better, too. So when I hear this, and I hate to say this, too, because I respect all my OGs out there. There's a lot of old heads that think like this and don't think into exactly how great this is for the future, too. How advanced like things are going to be. Now, am I saying there's a lot of shooting that shouldn't be happening a lot? Of course. You shouldn't be taking so many threes, especially when you could just do a pump fake, dribble right inside, and hit a mid-range jump shot. I'm not saying that to my OGs out there. I agree with you that there should be more mid-range shots as well, too. There should be a balance, per se. But at the same time, for you to completely sit there and say that the three balls ruined the game today, no, it hasn't. It's the excessiveness of the three ball that has ruined the game today. Not the three ball in itself. It's the excessiveness of individuals trying to copy the Golden State Warriors. That's what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Also remember, a shooter can last a lot longer than a slasher.
That's how bad the game of basketball was being played
in the NBA.
The late 90s, entering the 2000s.
Less wear and tear on your body.
All the rules up. So to say that this is the worst the game has ever looked, or it's just so bad watching it because it's not as balanced as it once was, no, you're lying.
It's cap.
It's never been balanced.
It's just biased. Much worse. That's a very biased statement.
Over time, over the course of an 82-game schedule, over the course of 20-some playoff games, the offenses are going to be more efficient. That's just math. You're going to have outliers like...
Look at this idiot right here. Harden changed the game more than Curry, if we being honest. For the worst. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, I'm about to say. So, hey, Zeus, I don't know if you're going to see this. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry for my bad. I didn't read that part. But for the worst, yes.
Games, the offenses are going to be more efficient. That's just math. You're going to have outliers like Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors where they missed 27 straight threes or whatever it was. And you're going to have outliers like Game 7 last year with the Bucks and Celtics. But you know what? The Celtics won that game because Grant Williams, not a three-point shooter coming into the league, worked on his three-point shot, developed that, and won them a Game 7.
Absolutely.
Down 7 trays.
Absolutely.
Old school, as we all know, JJ, perfect. But, you know, Bird shot plenty of threes.
No. I mean,
What?
for his years, yeah, I guess.
Perfect, but Bird shot plenty of threes, and they had Parrish and McHale. Bird shot plenty of threes, the best. And Bird is one of the great shooters in the history of the sport. Not even close.
Yeah, he's a great shooter.
He's a great shooter, yes.
Bird did not shoot plenty of threes.
Yeah.
He did not shoot plenty of threes. No, he did not.
And I'll say this too, just to kind of Jesus Christ, add off the hip. I'll say this too, as his ad is destroying my life. For Bird during the time, he did shoot a good amount of threes during that time. But again, context matters. We have to relate it to today. Would Larry Bird be shooting 6 to 8 threes? Yeah, I think so. I do believe so. Larry Legend's one of my favorite players of all time. He's in my top 10. Dominant scorer, dominant attitude, Mamba-like mentality. Love Larry Legend. But let's continue this conversation first. I'm sorry.
No, he did not. No, he did not. No, he did not. No, he did not.
Bird shot threes. He never was a volume shooter from three.
No, I know that, but he was a great three-point shooter. He was not good. He was great. He's one of the top 5 three-point shooters of all time.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
And we have to talk about it during that era. We can't sit there and say now, if he was in this era.
What are we talking about right now?
Let's talk about that era.
Bird is not one of the top 5 three-point shooters?
No, he's not, though. He's not, honestly. He's not.
Curry, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Stojakovic, Kyle Korver, Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant.
There's plenty of people that are better shooters than
Glenn Rice, Mitch Richmond.
Larry deserves his flowers, though. Don't get me wrong.
Shooters in, what the fuck?
And don't forget, I forgot his name from the Nuggets, man. Used to call him was it Al-Farouq? I forgot his name. Great shooter too. That was the modern that was back in the day Stephen Curry. And I know people are gonna sit there and say, yeah, but if he played today's age, we can't do that, bro. We have to talk about what was back then, bro. We gotta talk about that. Because if we sit here and talk about if he played in today's age, he would be getting ran up and down the court. Just like a lot of the old school players. Because today's day and age, people are faster. They dribble the ball. Well, the double dribbles and carries and everything are allowed way too much. So that's one of my annoying things right there. But that's also the NBA's fault too, for even allowing that, because they want more sales and flash, and flash gives you ticket sales. But Larry Legend, I believe personally, if he played in today's day and age, I believe he would shoot more threes. I believe he would. He's not top 5 though. He's not top 5 in that era, most likely. But top 5 today, nah, bro, you're tripping. You're tripping.
Shooting that he put on, those clinics that he put on at the All-Star game?
Again.
In the All-Star, see, that's what I mean. These are bad points. In the All-Star game, your point is the All-Star game.
There's
the
no way
All-Star game. And this is why I say people like this give a lot of you OGs a bad rep, bro. Their arguments are terrible.
3-point shooting contests, in contrast to niggas who are shooting from 30 in real games with defense.
And that's what I'm saying too.
There's just no way.
There's no way you could ever argue Larry Bird is a top 3-point shooter.
And you gotta remember too, I don't know if Larry would have been pulling like Dame and Steph and all of them off the dribble, or with defense all in their face like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. So I don't want to sit there and be like, yeah, but Larry was doing this back in the day. Yeah, I feel you. But I don't want to do the what ifs. I hate doing the what ifs, bro, because it leaves like a tease, like a tease to see of what would have really become. Now we all know if Larry played in today's day and age, obviously, if we're gonna put the context about it, we have to also put this into perspective. That if Larry played in today's day and age, the medical, the training, everything would be involved as well too. But that's a whole humongous conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's a humongous conversation. Would his game be the same? Would it be different? Would it be better? Would it be worse? There's all kind of topics. So we have to talk about what has happened already. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit there and keep doing this. Oh, what if he played in today's day and age? Blah blah blah. Because let's be very clear. If I was to say if Stephen Curry played back in the day, and I saw a lot of weirdos say this too. Oh, Curry would get killed back in the day, huh? If Stephen Curry was still Stephen Curry, it's the same way as if Stephen Curry was still Stephen Curry back in the day, right? If he still had his skill set and everything, minus the obvious medical staff, he would still give people 50. He would get hurt a lot more, of course, but he would still give people 50. But Larry Bird in today's day and age, I honestly am not too sure. I think he would shoot more threes, of course. I think he'd end up becoming a better player. I honestly think end up becoming a better player, me personally. But again, open for conversation down below, please. I love Larry Legend. I love everything about him. I really do, bro. He was so tough to me, bro. But people like this, man, they really don't have a good argument about stuff like this. Like they really don't.
You can't make that argument.
You're basing it
he's
on
one of
math.
the he's
You're
one of the best
basing it on
shooters ever.
math and a time of when he played. I'm basing it on just shooting.
Even if
You have to base it on math and the time that he played. What else are you gonna base it on? What? Shooting. You know, the shooting and the time he played and the math that all it's important.
if you were to
Let's
adjust
continue.
Bird and put him in today's league, like more than likely, he still would not be making threes at an alarming rate more than Reggie Miller rate.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
In the 90s or 2000s,
I don't think he would.
In the 2010s, he would not be a better three-point shooter than Reggie, Ray,
No.
or Curry.
I think he would shoot more,
I'm not saying Larry
but
Bird is not one of the greatest shooters ever. He's not one of the greatest three-point shooters ever.
Yes, he
You
is.
cannot make that argument.
Yes, he
I'm
is.
sorry.
Because the 80s is so much different. There's physicality, the way they guarded people. You couldn't.
Can we get
From three, nigga. From three.
from three.
From three.
And remember this too, ladies and gentlemen. You forgot how Reggie Miller looked? If Reggie Miller did fine, you don't think Stephen Curry was gonna do fine? Klay Thompson, Dame, dudes that are faster, stronger, can put your ankles in the locker room. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Stop it, Mad Dog. Stop it.
From three.
Stop it.
The way that these niggas act as if like niggas was like it was.
I don't understand
football in
why.
every aspect on the floor.
Yeah,
There's
like,
not
I
that
don't-
much physical play from three because niggas weren't even
Defending
out
that-
there from three
thank you.
routinely enough
Like
for
that.
it to be physical from three in the 80s.
Exactly. And remember this too. Imagine, listen, like I tell you all this all the time, bro. Again, you guys call physicality from back in the day. That's bad basketball. If I'm beating on you, bro, because I can't guard you, that's because you can't play defense. Hello. If I'm elbowing people, that's what's funny about a lot of y'all too. A lot of y'all are weird. A lot of y'all love the old school physicality, but as soon as you see your favorite player in today's age get fouled, you always say, "Oh my God, they're hacking him. Oh my God, they're fouling him so hard." Really? That's hilarious. Putting someone in clotheslining somebody is not good defense. I can tell a lot of you that like that don't play real basketball. They don't. That's not real basketball, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. Today's basketball, the way that they allow the foul call to just be so loose, I don't like it either. I don't like it. It's still physical today, but it's obviously not compared to back in the day. We all know that. Let's be serious now. But let's be very, very clear. You are really sitting here telling me you'd rather have someone be clotheslined because it's just entertaining to you? That's not good basketball, bro. Hand checking is not good basketball. If you hand check somebody once in a while, that's fine. But if I'm hand checking somebody all the way down the court, that means you cannot move your feet laterally. That's what that really means. That means that you cannot check that person. So you have to hand check someone to slow down their momentum and to make sure that they can match your momentum, your lateral movement, your speed on defense. You're not going to argue me with that because I played people who were phenomenal defenders, top defenders. I played people like that. And a lot of them rarely hand checked. Those are really good defenders. They'll hand check you here and there, fine. I have no problem with that. But if I'm hand checking you from the 3-point line, from the half court to all the way down to the cup, you can't play defense. Say whatever you want. You could say, "Oh man, you're being soft. Play me. Stop it. Play me. Stop it." I promise you do not want that smoke. A lot of you talk about hand checking and say, "Oh, that's weak, this, that, and third." Hand checking means you cannot check somebody. So you need extra leverage to make sure that person doesn't blow by you. You can hand check here and there, that's fine. If you're hand checking for more than 5 seconds plus continuously, you're not that great of a defender. I'm sorry. Here and there, rib checking here and there, fine. But going like this with with this on your hip the whole time, stop it, bro.
They would get quality looks. Players
Stop
defend way more aggressively now
from the three than they did back in the day. Yes.
Back then they were picking people up
from that
above
deep
the 3-point line like they do now.
And it's gonna be somebody that's gonna make some weird argument from 5 to 10 videos of them actually doing it compared to the hundreds of thousands. And once you listen, hey, I'm all for freedom of speech, bro. Once you come in here and doing that stupidness, I'm gonna ignore you. I'm just gonna ignore you. Because if you're gonna tell me 3 or 4 things, 3 or 4 videos, 3 or 4 situations of supporting Mad Dog's argument compared to the thousands that do not support his argument, come on, bro. Come on. Now you're just arguing just because you're trying to prove a point. Instead of just being correct.
Now we're gonna sit down. We're gonna sit there and we're gonna watch finals games.
Look at Stephen Curry's arm in the finals versus the Cavs.
You were nuts. You watching them on YouTube.
Look at
I
this.
saw the games. I watched the games at the time.
To the old head.
It was so bad that I forgot her name. Molly even had to say, "Oh my God." You know, listen. That was all the. Remember, I'm 30, so I'm technically getting up there in age. But let me tell you something, bro. Mad Dog, you are the worst representative of the OGs to talk about basketball. You are the worst representative. You get beat in arguments, and then you just start scattering for points to prove. You should not ever be allowed to talk basketball. I have heard a lot of his arguments, and they've all have been piss poor arguments.
I had to run this logic. I watched the games. I was there at the time. I watched them. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care.
Don't care at all.
And guess what? Nobody
else
should
cares.
care. No one should care if you watch the games at the time. You know why? Because I refuse to believe that you can give me an accurate depiction of something that occurred
40 years ago. Yes.
40.
Yes.
40. I don't care, bro. Mad Dog Russo is giving us poor description of things that happened a year ago, 2 years ago. Like something that happened within like the last off-season run. He's giving.
Am I tripping? A lot of you are gonna sit there and comment and say, you know what you're talking about. A lot of you don't even remember your child's birthday. A lot of you don't even remember your mother's birthday. But you're gonna sit here and try to recall things from 30 years ago. And I'm not speaking to all my OGs because I love y'all, respect y'all to the fullest, bro. I'm talking about the delusional ones. The delusional ones, bro, that you can't tell them nothing. Stop, bro. Stop. And with Bad Dog situation, bro, I'd rather take someone that has watched the game a week ago, a couple of days ago, in totality and studied a lot of the plays than someone that has watched the game live 40 years ago. I'll take that person who watched the game a day or 2 days ago and actually critique the game and watch the game and learn the game from a week's time span than 40 years ago. Any day. Lo is absolutely correct. Like seriously, a lot of us. Let me say us, because I'm forgetful too. Let's be very clear. A lot of us don't remember what we ate yesterday for breakfast sometimes, or last week. You mean to tell me we're gonna remember play by play, score for score, foul by foul, crossover, points, spots, cuts, backdoor? Come on, bro. We will remember some, but not all. Come on.
Giving us poor descriptions of things that have happened recently. And you want me to believe that he remembers vividly something that happened 40 years ago? If I asked you, hey, explain to me in
Someone said that Bird averaged over twice the 3-point attempts the average player did in his time. Would he do that in the modern era? I don't know. I don't know either, bro. I don't know. I would give him the benefit of the doubt just because it's Larry freaking Legend, you know? I would give him the benefit of the doubt. He deserved the benefit of the doubt, you know? But the way they speak of him like he's god of 3-point shooting or god of shooting, I'm just like, bro, can y'all stop being so biased for one day? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I am the D-Rose Ray Allen, Stephen Curry. Those are my 3 favorite players. When it comes to just, of course, and Kobe, of course. Can't forget Bean. May he rest in peace. Those are the 4 players to me that have been a pivotal importance in my life of basketball, and then just living life and becoming a better human being, a better person, and just tackling things head on, et cetera, right? And when you fall down, you get up. If you were to say something about them and you were correct about them, I'm not going to sit there and bring up a point just to make sure my agenda, my feelings don't get hurt because you're talking about my favorite player. That's what a lot of people do nowadays, bro. They get so butthurt because they look at these players as if they're their gods, as if they're their heroes, and you can't say a single negative thing about them, and they get so insecure that they say things that they know if they said it in real life sometimes that they would be in the hospital. People talk sports fans are crazy. They talk. Sports fans, when they get mad, they talk as if they're UFC fighters. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know where the adrenaline comes from. I don't know where it comes from, bro, but it's got to stop. It's got to stop. I heard NBA Twitter is absolutely a cesspool of just insecure individuals, and I refuse to get on Twitter for that main reason. Because, again, I'm from the old school, low key. I was born in 92. I don't talk trash online. I don't talk trash in games. I'm the guy that literally smiles, and people hate that because I'm so nonchalant, right? And when I see people talk trash to me online, in my head, I'm like, you're not talking to me like that in person. Because number one, I'm not disrespectful in person. I'm not like that. I don't dumb down to disrespect. You feel me? I don't match disrespect because that shows that I'm a low intellectual individual if I have to go down to your level and be disrespectful. I don't do that, bro. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't waste my time arguing with people when I know something that I said is right. I'm not going to argue with you if what you said is right. That makes no sense. You know? That makes no sense.
Some form of detail what happened on your 22nd birthday and you're 70 years old.
Like, come on, bro.
You're not going to be able to do that because that was
Facts.
nearly 50 years ago. You were there. It was some form of event because it was your birthday. But you don't remember every single birthday
detail.
that you had
don't,
in any
bro.
great detail 50, 60, 70 years ago because it happened 50, 60, 70
years ago.
Download your now.
And I promise you too, bro. If you remember it was that good, did you remember that? You wouldn't be a sports analyst. You'd be doing something else more important. I promise you. I promise you.
Curry off the ball in a playoff game.
Oh, he's great.
Getting grabbed and held by Marcus Smart. They're attached to him at all times.
Right.
Then when I watch Larry Bird come off a pin down,
He is not getting held or touched like Steph does, bro.
You're telling me that's more physical than Steph Curry being grabbed and held for 48 minutes?
He doesn't. They don't call those fouls on Marcus Smart when he holds him and he holds.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you're asking a question, but you watch all the old school games, right? You don't watch these games now either. I know you watch the finals. I know you do. I know you did.
Holds him on those pick and roll. Of course, they call the fouls. They protect him all the time. He's at the free throw line. He lives at the free throw line.
Are you on drugs? He lives at the free. Listen, this is what I'm talking about when I say people that lose arguments. This is what they do. This is what they do. They just spit out a whole bunch of non-factual information now, just so they could get some more either shock value or something, bro. The fact Stephen A. Smith didn't have a reaction is crazy, bro. This is a video floating around too of Jokic showing his arms, right, like being scratched up and stuff. And I remember somebody said, "Yo, Stephen Curry was getting this treatment, and no one was saying nothing about it, but Jokic is getting it, and everybody's giving him the same kind of thing. Like, what's up with that?" And I agree, bro. I agree that I saw Jokic and like getting all those scratches, and I know Jokic does too, because even during the game against the Warriors, I saw the scratches, and I was saying, you can watch that clip too. It's on my channel. I was saying, bro, Jokic is getting fouled, ref. He's getting grabbed and pulled and everything. Why are we not calling these things? I understand it's a men's league. I get that. But if I have to pull somebody to guard them, bro, you got to call the foul. You got to call the foul. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous because that's just telling me you can't guard the person. And you're letting that rock? I don't care who it is. Steph, Giannis, LeBron. I don't care. Right is right and wrong is wrong, bro. If we're going to be so heavily crazy about travel calls and carries, we need to do the same for these fouls, bro. We have to. We have to. And by the way, again, for those that are new in this, understand this. If we're going to allow, let me big screen this. If we're going to allow the offensive player to carry the ball, double dribble, all these different things, we have to allow hand checking more. We have to. I'm an advocate for equality. You're not going to allow the offense to have an advantage while the defense has to scramble and not know when to play good defense or not. That is ridiculous. Again, not a big fan of hand checking. Not a big fan in totality. But if you are allowing the offensive player to double dribble and carry, as if John Morant literally doesn't do that all the time on his throw the ball to the left or right, fake to either side, and then drive the ball. Giannis, Steph, they all do it. Allow the defense to play even a little bit more of hand checking. Allow the defense to slide a little bit more then. Allow it. What's the problem? It's not going to give you more ticket sales? Come on, bro. It's not right. Yo, Lo is so stupid. It's just ridiculous, bro. You lose an argument, you just say random stuff.
What y'all want out of me, bro?
There it is. He averages 4 for his career. Averages like 6. Yeah, you're being very kind. He does not average 6. And I hate to say things like that's old head logic. Look, bro, I know a lot of old heads, bro, that are so intelligent, so phenomenal. They speak the game so well. But there's so many of them, bro, that are just so ignorant and so insecure. Like, bro, I had a conversation with one of them before online on somebody's channel, bro. And dude was telling me, and shout out to you again, bro. Again, ain't no disrespect to you. But I was given actual factual statements of Stephen Curry, the numbers, everything, right? And because he was saying that he'll take Ray Allen over Stephen Curry. And I was like, are you out of your mind? And he was telling me, nah, you're not going to convince me. I'm taking Ray Allen. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Back in the day, Ray Allen was way better than him. Back in Ray Allen, that didn't do anything? Until he got to the Celtics? Hello? I was like, and again, he's one of my favorite players of all time, Ray Allen. So believe me when I tell you, bro. Like, come on, bro. Please stop, y'all. Stop. It's okay. It's okay to talk about your favorite player and say that another player is better. Is better at shooting. Better overall. Has more rings. More dominant. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that.
This is like, that's the worst take I've ever heard in my life, bro. That's the worst take I've ever heard.
That's bad. That's
Curry
bad.
Lives at the free throw.
He is one of the worst.
Like, what the fuck what do y'all want? No cap. That might be the worst take I've ever
These people
heard
think
in
y'all
my
are stupid,
entire
ladies
life,
and gentlemen. They
bro.
think y'all are stupid.
He literally attempts the fewest free throws of anyone in NBA history.
And Larry Bird's right there too. My God. Larry Bird deserves more too. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, bro. The fact that Stephen Curry the fact that Donovan Mitchell has more is absolutely insane. That's insane. Kobe should have had more fouls. Trae Young, he needs to be down more. LeBron, he gets fouled a lot. He needs to be up more. Luka, I'm not mad at where he's at. MJ, I'm not mad. Zion, that's crazy. That's crazy. For Zion to be up here is crazy. That's insane. Wilt, Bob, yeah, makes sense. Carl, Allen, yeah, makes sense. Oscar, I don't know who Adrian is. Elgin Baylor, makes sense. George Gervin, yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's insane.
Who's a 24 point per game scorer or better. He's literally at the bottom I can't, bro. I mean, that's just a blatant lie, and it's
Yeah.
why I can't take old heads serious. Once more,
Not all old heads. I want that to be a disclaimer. Not all old heads are like this, bro. It's the extreme ones. Just like in any kind of group or whatever. It's always the extreme ones, the ones who are just insecure, the ones who are, when they lose an argument, they just have to always win in some way, shape, or form by changing the conversation or moving the goalpost. This is the definition of moving the goalpost.
you want me to believe that you have an accurate depiction that happened 40 years ago when you don't even have an accurate depiction of what's happening right now. You don't. I don't take you serious. You are a joke.
Yes, he is.
You're a joke.
I agree.
And you're lying just for the sake of lying. But Curry is literally the lowest volume free throw shooter of all volume scores in NBA history.
And look at his
You're
numbers.
a fucking liar. You are a liar. You're lying.
Facts. Great video, Lo. Round of applause. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, be careful of people like this, man. I know a lot of you young OGs out there too, man. A lot of you OGs. I know that there's the ones that just don't like Curry because they don't like Curry. This feeds y'all ego. I know it does. I know it feeds a lot of the young ones too that don't like Curry either. I know it feeds because they're talking bad about a player you don't like. And I want you to understand something like that. I want you to understand something, excuse me. If someone talks bad about a player and it makes you happy, there's a reason why your life isn't going as well as it is. Because you're not a good human being. If someone talks bad about someone that you don't like and you feel, yes, there's a reason why your life isn't going so well. That's weird. You're weird. Mad Dog, I wish nothing but positivity for you, but you should not be allowed to talk on this platform about basketball ever again. Ever again. I've heard way too many bad takes from you. Way too many. Way too many, man. And, you know, I know these are clips here and there, bro, but I actually did look at the video myself. Don't waste your time, everybody. Don't waste your time. Larry Legend is a legend. Absolutely. He's one of the best shooters, easily. But to say he's a top 5 3-point shooter is absolutely insane. That's insane. It's insane, bro. Especially when you didn't state any. When your argument was actually the 3-point contest. That was your argument. That was your proof of that. You're crazy. And Dame just won it too. So by your logic, does that mean that Dame is? It's just bad, bro. It's bad, bro. Sports has gotten to the point that it's just become a lot of emotional conversation rather than talking about the game in its core, about what it's about, why we love it, why it is what it is, you know? It's been just shock value, and emotions. That's it, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. I know it's a little bit long, but after getting my onion slices, they're like breaded and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna get that ready, and I'm gonna get the stream started, man. We're gonna get our live started, ladies and gentlemen. So stop by, man. Stop by. We'll be streaming for about like an hour and a half. But thank you for stopping by, man. We're back. We're back to the streams. We're back to the lives. We're back to everything, ladies and gentlemen. Remember this too, man. Real quickly, when you are in an argument with someone and you ask them a question and they respond to your question with another question, they lost. If I say to you, does Stephen Curry, as Mad Dog and JJ said, does Stephen Curry get the foul calls that he deserves? And then you say to me, don't the refs give him all the calls? Doesn't he live at the line? Once you say that to me, I'm done. Again, you look in the comments. I talk to everybody, bro. But once you start getting to the point that you just become weird, like you just arguing just because you just want to argue, you're out of here. Not like I block you. Nah, I just ignore you. But I just ignore you. I just block ignorance. Like when you start getting to the point that you get annoying and you just spamming comments, stuff like that, that's when I gotta block you. When you're spamming ignorance and just being dumb just to get my attention or whatever, that's when I block you. You know? And I actually don't have a lot of people blocked, which is kind of funny. But it is what it is, bro. Eventually, man, I gotta get Wolong Dynasty. I can't wait to play that game. Oh my god, I gotta get a controller, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get a controller. But love y'all, man. Peace and love forever, man. I'm out of here. Have a great Saturday, man. Peace and love forever, man. Stay blessed, y'all. And don't forget to learn something new every single day, y'all. Peace. Mwah.